Yes, please.
Let's start our classes. Those who are not on screen, try to come on screen so that we can see you. Hi, Akul ma'am. Hi, Kajal ma'am.
Ma'am, the signals are not very good over here, so I will not be able to start my video. Otherwise, your voice is breaking actually.
All right. Is my voice fine?
Yes.
Yes, yes, we can
Yes,
hear
it
clearly.
is. Yeah.
Because what will I say? It's the month of December and it's raining like cats and dogs over here. So that's the only update that I can give you. Hi, Amravati ma'am. You all can unmute yourself and speak up. Tanuji, Rosa ma'am, Neha ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, good evening. Chalo, let's start the class. Okay? Unable to unmute the video.
Sure.
Is it so? You are not able to unmute yourself. Can someone please let me know? Akul ma'am, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I have not done any settings from my end. So please do check if something is problematic at your end. Chalo.
Yes, we can unmute ourselves, ma'am.
You can unmute yourself.
Ma'am, my name is Sonu Sharma. This is my son's ID, Akul Sharma.
Okay. Hi, Sonuji.
I'm Shilpa Sharma's sister-in-law.
Okay. Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Hello.
Chalo. Let's start today's class. Let me just come on screen. I think you can see me now.
Yes.
Good evening, one and all. Welcome to Vastu Utkal. I'm Dr. Sangeeta Das. And from today onwards, we are going to study about Vastu in this 5-day free crash course, whatever course you name it. So it's going to be a 5-day session where we are going to learn about some of the basic aspects of Vastu. So let me just give you a brief idea of what we are going to study in these 5 days. First thing is, we will understand what are the elements present in your house. Have you heard of these elements? In Hindi, they call it as tattva, pancha tattva, right? You must have come across this thing. So that's the first thing that we will study in this session, followed by how to work on a house map. Many people do have queries regarding how to prepare a house map, how to grid it, how to know where we have our north direction, where do we have our south direction, isn't it? So that is what we are going to study first, followed by the directions. What are the important directions that are present in your home? How to figure out that thing? What are the attributes of those directions? Like what does north represent? And if in case, yes, definitely, absolutely correct, north represents water. And if in case there is a kitchen or a toilet present in these directions, then what happens? In case after gridding your house map, you find out that you have got an anti-element. What do you mean by anti-element? Anti-element means presence of a kitchen where it should not be, or presence of a toilet. People, you can mute yourself in case you are speaking to someone so that there is no disturbance. And then what to do? Say, for example, someone is having a toilet in the north direction. So there has to be a remedy to it, isn't it? The ultimate remedy cannot be demolition. So what remedies we are going to incorporate? Very beautiful, basic, yet very powerful and effective remedies. Not some heavy remedies, expensive remedies, very inexpensive remedies you are supposed to do. And this time I have decided to include something else as well. I'll include 3 topics. What are those 3 topics? If you are facing any problem regarding jobs, So what type of queries people do ask? So in that case, how to figure out which zone is responsible? Now, if somebody says that I am not getting a job, so do you think only North is responsible? No. It is always a combination of certain zones which gives you an output. The second aspect is children's education. Is your child studying? If yes, is your child able to remember everything? If no, what are the things or what are the anti-elements present in the various directions? That is the second aspect. And the third aspect will be placement of photographs. We love to place our photographs in our house, isn't it? Beautiful, lovely frames. We keep it anywhere, wherever we feel like. So do they have an effect in our lives? Yes. Even if you are not sitting in that place, even if you're not sleeping in that place, your photographs do have 100% effect of that direction on your life. So this is the overview of the entire course. So this is what we need to cover before 5th of December. Clear? Any doubts so far? Apart from that, if you have any other queries, feel free to ask. And yes, the chat box is always open. Is everyone comfortable with the chat box? Like, see, I'm typing over here.
Yes.
You all are comfortable with the chat box. So whatever queries you do have in between the session, do type it in the chat box and I'll reply it to you. And from the 6th of December, we are going to start with the paid classes. So yeah, I think this is what is written over here. From 6th, the English batch starts, and from 7th, the Hindi batch starts. So let's start. Fine. Take out your notes and pen. Yes, aspect of numero will not be covered in the free one. It will be covered in the paid one because it requires the knowledge of all the 16 zones along with the numbers. And what elements do these numbers represent? Then that numero relation can be taught. In a free crash course, in 1 hour session, it will be a bit tough on my part to teach. So I don't incorporate that in my free ones. Shall we begin? Chalo. Let's see who all are present. Okay. So the first thing that comes to everyone's mind is Vastu, right? Yes, let me tell you one more thing. The recordings of these sessions, they will be available on YouTube itself. They are freely available on YouTube. You can go through them, whatever discussions are going on over here. So the previous free classes recordings are also available on YouTube. If you may, you can refer to them as well. So the first thing is Vastu. Some of my old students are also present here and some of you are new over here. So Vastu. So asking the new students, what is Vastu? Vastu is a Sanskrit term, right? It's a Sanskrit term. So it's a combination of two words. It is called as a Samas Sabd. Yes. I'll just go to the whiteboard. Can everyone see the whiteboard? Vastu is a Samas Sabd. That means it's a combination of two words. One is Vas. And another one is Tu. Absolutely correct. Vas means the place where you reside. Now, most of you might be having this doubt. Where do I reside? Some of you spend 12 hours in your office. That's your Vastu. Some of you spend 20 hours staying at home. That's your Vastu. Some people stay at a different place for half of the day and they stay at their home for half of the day. So they have the effect of both the places. Vastu is basically an energy. The energy and the aura of that place which has an effect on you. So Vastu is basically the place where you reside. Now you have to decide, where do you stay? Do you stay in your home for a long period of time, or do you spend a longer period of time in your office, in your shop, or in your business, in your factory? Wherever you spend your maximum time, that is your Vastu. Next is Tu. What is Tu? There are two ways to interpret this Tu. Tu jahan rehta hai. Tu jahan rehta hai. The place where you stay. And the other way to interpret is the rules and regulations of the place
where you live.
Where you live. Now mark this word, rules and regulations. Most of you might be wondering, what are these rules and regulations? I don't follow any rules and regulations, so how can they have an effect on me? It's completely untrue. All of you are staying in a society, right? In a social environment. Are you not obliged to follow those rules and regulations? You are, isn't it? Whichever society you stay, a society gives you a rules and regulations. For example, these days we are staying in a COVID environment. Many societies might be asking you for the COVID certificate, and some societies are not asking for it. Those are the rules and regulations. So Vastu doesn't mean only the place where you stay. It also implies the rules and regulations of the place where you stay. Is this part clear to everyone? Now coming to the next step. What type of rules and regulations are applicable on you? What types of rules and regulations are applicable onto you? Most of you are staying in your homes. And your home is comprised of 5 elements.
5 elements.
Yes, that is called as Tattva. These elements are called as Tattvas.
North, south.
No. Those are directions. Tattvas.
East.
Every
East.
house has got 5 Tattvas. What are those Tattvas? Please note them down. First one is water.
Water, Agni. This is water. North is water.
Second is air.
Air. And
Third one is fire.
Agni. Fire. This is fire direction.
Okay. I'm getting request from some people that I have to mute everyone. So just give me a second. I'm just muting everyone. For time being, I'm writing. Then I'll unmute you all. Okay. Chalo. Next is earth. Mark the colors which I'm using to write. Water, I wrote it in blue color. Air, I'm writing it in green. Fire in red. Earth in yellow. This might look orangish, but it is actually yellow in color. Or golden. And the last one is space. The color of space is white, but cannot write it in white. So please use black for the same. So these are the 5 elements that govern your house. And these are your Lord, your God. है ना, जिसको हम कहते हैं भगवान. प्रकृति ही हमारी भगवान है. This is nature, and they determine their rules and regulations. And these elements are always present in a cyclic manner. You can write down them with arrows like this. Water gives rise to air. Air gives rise to fire. Fire gives rise to earth. Earth gives rise to space. Space back to water. Clear? Now, many of you might be wondering, how can these elements give us rules and regulations? It's not possible. No, my dear friends. This is nature. Just at the beginning of the class, I told you it's raining heavily. It is the month of December. It's raining heavily here. Who decided that? The element water has decided. Space decided that it has to give water now. So they decide these rules and regulations. So this is the 5 elements. So have you ever figured out the 5 elements of your house? Have you ever been able to figure out the 5 elements of your house? So we will do a quick study of how to figure out your 5 elements present in your house. So let me come on screen. I literally see no one, just a couple of people. Hi Tanuji, glad to see you. Hello Mahesh ji. Chalo. How to figure out the elements of your house? Aren't you interested to find out the water element of your house?
Yes.
Just a second. Okay. What is water? Very difficult to describe. But it is that water which you take when you feel thirsty. It is that water which you use while taking bath. Or it is that water which is being utilized for cooking purposes or for washing your utensils. Right? So how to check that element water is in the right condition or is in the wrong condition in your home? Do you have any leaking water taps in your home? Tap, 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 tap. Do you have any leaking water taps at your home? Do you have any water leakage at your place? Or maybe you have got an overhead water tank, and after every 1 hour, 2 hour, or after every 6 hours in a day, you have that excess water coming out of that water tank and falling on your compound. If you have these scenarios, that means your water is getting wasted. And that implies your water element is imbalanced. Have you ever come across people who often, while taking baths, they often shout, "Oh my God, the water is over. Someone please start on the motor." Right? If people say this thing in your house, that means there is a disturbance of water element. It's a fact. Otherwise, why all of a sudden a person who has gone to have a bath suddenly feels that the water is getting over and someone has to fill in the overhead water tank? Got it? That means the water element is affected. Second thing. This is about water leakage. Have you heard of this thing called as water blockage? Many of you might be getting the direct municipal water, right? Some of the municipal water have got iron deposits in it. Have you ever noticed it? That brownish, reddish color iron deposits, because it directly comes from the supply. So it is bound to have those iron deposits. Now, over the months, these iron deposits start blocking your water pipes. And as a result of which, the water flow becomes very thin and lean. That's a problem of water. Just clean it. Just clean those water pipes and see your water element is perfectly fit and fine. What does water element represent? Your money, your liquid cash. If you waste water, I hope you all must have come across these small proverbs. पानी अगर आप ऐसे ही waste करोगे तो आपका पैसा भी ऐसे ही waste हो जाएगा. Have you come across these things? These proverbs? It's absolutely true. If you play with the water element in a negative way, it's going to affect you in a negative way. So check if you are having any water leakage or water blockage. Or check for those people who the moment enter inside the washroom, they shout, "Oh my God, the water is over." Start filling in the tanks. Got it? Second, air element. How to check your air element is fine or not? You all are staying in your respective homes, right? Is there a proper circulation of oxygen in your house? No foul smells, nothing. You are not dumping the clothes. Like many people, what they do is they wash their clothes in washing machine, then they dry it out. Once the clothes are dried, they keep the pile of clothes at a corner of their house, on a sofa, or in the living room, on a chair, somewhere like that, right? You're actually making your air element disturbed. You are trying to make your air element become very foul. So never ever do this thing. The moment the clothes are dried, you can keep them on a chair or on a sofa in a corner for max to max 24 hours. After that, just pile them up separately, fold them out, put it in your cupboards. Maintain neatness and cleanliness. Remember one thing, clutter in your house means your Vastu elements are affected. Clutter. These are clutter. Foul smell coming from your house. Now, where can the foul smell come from? Your dustbins. Are you regularly clearing out your dustbins? The dustbins from your temple area, the dustbins from your kitchen area, the dustbins from your bathroom area and your bedroom area? If not, you are actually cluttering the air element. And what does this air element represent? Air element represents your aura. It carries your aura to your very, very far off places. People know you. Now, if you start bringing in clutter, then people will also know you by clutter. Isn't it? The way you handle your elements, that's how they are going to react to you. Hello, Jigarji. Done? Third element. People, are you following or not? Some of you are old students, some of you are new students, so I don't know whether you're able to follow this or not.
Yes, got it.
Going fine and smooth? See, these
Yeah,
are the
ma'am.
basics. These are basics.
Yeah.
Yes, it's absolutely fine, ma'am.
Now see, people are expecting that you're doing the remedy of the kitchen and the toilets, but you have got clutter at your home. So are you expecting your Vastu is fine? Never. Absolutely not. These are the baby steps that you have to take care of. Next, coming to fire element. The most important element of your house, fire. You can't handle it. Where do you see fire in your home? Only in the kitchen area. Or outside, where do you see it? As sunlight. Sunlight is the only source of fire available in the entire nature or earth. How many of you wake up early and go for a morning walk before 8:30 or 10 o'clock in the morning? Some of you are smiling, which means it's a no. And some of you are really raising your hand, which means they are literally doing it. See, fire is something which is needed in your body. You cannot skip it. Now, there are 3 ways in which you can get your fire. The first thing is, early in the morning, go for a morning walk and stand under the sunlight. Even if it's for 2 minutes, not a worry, but stand under the sunlight. If that is not possible, like some people are late risers, they might say that, ma'am, it's not possible for us to do that. Fine. What are you supposed to do? Make sure your kitchen is located in the fire areas. Your kitchen is located in southeast, south-southeast, or south. That means your kitchen is located in the area in between southeast to south. I'll show you what does southeast to south mean. So this is your north, south, east, west, northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. Just make sure that your kitchen is always located here. So whatever food you eat from the kitchen area is directly coming from the fire element. So fire is coming in your body. And what is the third way of getting the fire? The third way of getting the fire is to have huge windows in your house. Got it? And this actually, the third one is only possible for those people, those who are staying in high-rise apartments. Not meant for those who are staying on the ground floors or the lower levels. Is this thing fine to everyone? There are three ways in which way you can get the fire in your house. There is another fourth way also. Let me just tell you now only. There is a fourth way to get fire in your house. Have you ever heard of something called as Kapoor camphor? Camphor, the Desi camphor, which is called as Bhimseni Kapoor, right? Start burning this Bhimseni Kapoor in the south direction, anywhere between southeast to south direction every day during the evening time. In case you are not able to follow the above three procedures, go for the fourth one. Clear? These are actual fire which you can create in your home. Got it? Apart from doing the lightings and all these techniques, this is the actual fire that you can bring to your own home. Done? Next. We are done with fire. What is the next element? Earth element. Earth element is the toughest element because it is the heaviest element. So it is very tough to handle. How to check that the earth element is balanced in your house? Some of you are very smiling and some of you look very tense. Nothing to be worried about. Everyone has furnitures in their home. Bed, dining table, cupboards, rack, almiras, fridge. What is the status of their legs? Are they shaky? If someone is sitting on the sofa, is it making some noise, quirky noise? If someone is eating on the dining table, are the legs shaky? Is your refrigerator making a noise, a humming noise at night? What about the status of your cupboards? Are the planks coming out? Or is the handle not working properly? That means your earth element is affected. And whenever the earth element is affected, what happens? Your luck is affected. Earth element is directly related to your stability. And your stability is otherwise called as luck. Luck factor. So is this the only way how to check the earth element? Absolutely not. There are some other things coming out. Do you have got cracks on the floors? Everyone stays in their respective homes, right? So you have got a flat surface. First of all, do you have a flat surface, flat flooring surface, or do you have an uneven flooring surface? If you have a flat surface, are there any cracks? Do you have cracks on the walls? Some of you have cracks on the walls, right? Do you have seepage or dampness in the walls? That's where your earth element gets affected. What is the remedy for all these things? First and foremost remedy for all these things is start salt mopping in your house. Salt mopping. What do you mean by salt mopping? पोछा लगाना लेकिन salt के इस्तेमाल के साथ. With salt, Tata salt. Some people are really excited to answer, know this thing. Which salt are you supposed to use? Tata salt.
Rock salt. Rocks.
Not rock salt. Not rock salt. Only and only sea salt. Samudri namak. Which is otherwise called as mota namak, jada namak, depending on the region where you stay. These sea salts are freely available in the northern regions. Gradually, when you shift towards the southern states, the prices keep on increasing. So, like over here, it's available for 15 to Am I audible?
Now it is audible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was I disconnected for some time?
Yeah, for a few seconds only.
Okay, okay. So it's only sea salt, not even rock salt. Rock salt is senda namak, right? Not senda namak, sea salt, samudri namak. You're supposed to do salt mopping using this salt. For how many days? Do it as a continuous process. This is a remedy which you can do it every day, except on Thursdays you are not supposed to do it. Tomorrow is Thursday. Okay. Is it fine now?
Yes.
There happens, yeah, it is raining heavily, so it happens. I can't do anything. I checked the LAN. It's getting connected, it's getting disconnected. So just now I figured out.
Hello. Is the class over, ma'am?
No, it's not over. There is a network issue at ma'am's place.
Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I hope
The audio is gone again.
all right, let me just continue. It's working for now. Let's see. Audible now, right?
Yeah. Disconnected again, I guess.
Yes. Am I audible now? Done, no?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
So far, it should work now. It is working. Let's see. So where was I? I was at
Floor mopping, salt mopping.
salt mopping. I'm repeating the technique of salt mopping once again. Use sea salt, samudri namak, for mopping purposes. Correct? For mopping, use sea salt only. Do not use rock salt. Do not use anything else. Not even the Tata salt or iodized salt or anything. And when you should do this mopping, you can do it on everyday basis except Thursdays. Do not do it on Thursdays. Don't do it on Thursdays. And if someone is having BP problems, you can also avoid it on Sundays. Otherwise, I have never recommended anyone to avoid it on Sundays. But if the Vastu of your house is not yet done and someone is having BP issues at your place, then Sunday can be avoided. At least do this process for 14 days straight. After that, don't do it on a daily basis. Do it on every Saturday. Just do it on every Saturday. Or if you want twice a week, twice 2 days in a week, then Tuesdays and Saturdays. Am I clear about all this? Next, the last element is the space element. How to take care of the space element? Now, everyone has got a ceiling. You've got a rooftop ceiling, isn't it? Are there any cracks there? Do you have cracks there? Check out for the minute cracks, because those minute cracks can also absorb your energies. If there are no cracks, that means your manifestation power is absolutely fine. Do you understand what is manifestation? What you wish for? Like, say, for example, you wish to become the Prime Minister of India. So provided your ceiling rooftop is perfectly fine without any cracks, so you can. So that's how the manifestation works. Or talk of small manifestation, you want to have a house, own a house. You are looking for a Mercedes. You're looking for a land. You're looking for a big property. For that, space element has to be perfect. And for those of you who are staying in independent apartments, check your roof terrace also. The terrace should not have any cracks. If at all there are some cracks, mend it, repair it. Clear? So this is how you can check all the 5 elements in your house. Next. Once you have figured out the 5 elements in your house, now these 5 elements are associated with different directions. Understand, first we talked of elements, now we are talking of directions. This color is not correct. Every element is associated with a particular direction. Now, my question to all of you is this. Can you figure out the north, south, east, and west of your house without the help of any compass?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good, students. Lovely. So do I have to teach this for anyone, or everyone is comfortable in that? If I have to teach it for someone, then please do let me know.
Ma'am, could you please repeat that again? I missed that part. What you said?
Without the help of a compass, can you figure out the north, south, east, and west direction of your house?
Without compass.
Yeah, without compass. Chalo, I'll just teach you. No worries. This is a part of the class, so no worries. Sandeep ji is asking. So others, I think you all are aware of it. So you just have to go through it once again. You all are staying in your own house. I hope you are not at vacation somewhere, right? So every house has got a center. Your house is square shaped, rectangular shaped, irregular shaped, but you can figure out roughly the center of your house, right? Stand at the center of your house. Standing inside the center of your house, do you know where does the sun rise with respect to your house? Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
You know something like I'm sitting here, the sun rises from this side. From my right side, the sun rises. So what I am supposed to do, just go and stand at the center of your house, face towards the direction where the sun rises. Face towards the direction where the sun rises. Let me just come in full mode. Face towards the direction in which the sun rises. Say, for example, the sun rises at my front. So I'll face towards the front. and I'm standing at my center. Is this part clear to everyone? Now stretch your beautiful hands. You've got long hands. Just stretch your beautiful hands. So what is your position? You are standing at the center of your house. You are facing towards the direction of the sun. And you have stretched your hands. The direction right in front of you is the east direction. The direction right at your back is definitely west. Everyone is clear, east and west. Now the confusion is between your hands. Which hand is north and which one is south? Remember one. Like I remember just one, the right hand. This is the hand, right? With which you write. I'm not sure. Are you able to see my right hand or left hand? This is my right hand. I'm wearing my watch in my left hand. So this is my right hand. Your right hand always represents the south direction. Remember this only. Your right hand represents the south direction. So automatically what happens to your left hand? It represents the north direction. That's how, without the help of a compass, you can figure out which direction is east, which is west, which is south, and which is north. So this I'm representing it once again on the paper. Now this is your beautiful house. Let's say this is Sandeep ji's house. Fine. And this is Sandeep ji. Roughly figure out a center. Somewhere you will have space at the center, isn't it? Stand at the center. And let's say the sun rises from here. So stand at the center and face towards the sun. Face like this. This should be your facing. Then stretch your lovely long hands. The direction right in front of you is east. Right at your back is west. Your right hand is always south. Your left hand is always north. How to figure out the major corners of your house? These directions are called as major directions. Major directions. Why they are called as major directions? Because they carry the major attributes of your house. If something happens to these directions, then the Vastu of your house is hit. So these are major directions. After these major direction comes something called as major corners. Major corners. These are very, very important. More important than the directions also, because these are the pillars of your house. If something happens to these corners, the Vastu of the house is severely hit. So what are these major corners? The direction in between two major directions. Like the direction in between north and east is northeast. The direction in between south and east is southeast. The direction in between south and west is southwest. The direction in between north and west is northwest. So often I come across this question from many of you. Ma'am, we are planning to buy a new house. We are planning to buy a new house or take a new house on rent. So what should we see? Now, whenever you go to visit a place, the broker will never give you the map immediately, isn't it? Neither with the help of compass, you cannot figure out lots of things instantly. But you can figure out east, west, north, and south. That much the broker will help you with. Otherwise, don't pay the broker. Next, check out the northeast direction and check out the southwest direction. Northeast, southwest. No kitchen, no toilet, no washing area, no dustbin, no storage. Write it down. No kitchen, no toilet, no dustbin, no utility. Utility as in the washing machine area. And no storage. Not even those big cupboards. In these two corners. If northeast and southwest are fine, go for that house. Happily go for that house. Rest remedies are doable. But out of the 4 pillars, if these 2 pillars are hit, badly hit, somehow the energy or the strength of the house is diminished. Can you figure out the northeast and southwest? Now, before we wrap up today's session, I'll also give you the degrees of how to figure out. This is always the center where you have to stand. North is given by 0 degrees. East is given by 90 degrees. South is 180 degrees. West is 270 degrees. Northeast is 45 degrees. Southeast is 135 degrees. Southwest is how much? Do some calculation. Yes. Some people are just looking up to me. Yes. How much should I write? 245. 245.
225.
Are you sure?
25.
225.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. If you all are saying it must be correct. I thought I should write down 245 there. So whenever you're visiting for a new property or rental property, just make sure nothing is present in between 30 degrees to 60 degrees. No toilet, no kitchen, no storage, no utility, no dustbin area. And nothing in between 200 till 240 degrees. Basically, plus minus 15 degrees range you should have. Nothing should be present. So if you have a house or if you're getting a house like this, then go for it. Blindly just go for it. No issues at all. The rest things are doable. And one more thing to all of you. Whenever you're using a compass, a mobile compass, it always gives you a value in between 0 to 300. I mean 360 degrees. It never says that this is east. It never says this is west. No. If it is east, it will say it is 90 degree. If it is west, it will say it is 270 degree. So remember one particular thing. The degrees work in between 0 to 360. And yes, one more confusion. Everyone has this confusion. Where is my entrance? What is my home facing? Say, for example, this is your house. Never stand outside the house and check the degree and say that my house is this facing. Incorrect. House facing is always checked by standing inside. The facing of my house can always be determined by standing inside, never by standing outside. So always stand at the center of your house. Take your mobile compass and point it towards the entrance. Whatever degrees it is giving you, that is your house facing. That is the entrance of your house. Never by standing outside, oh, my house is south facing. फिर पता चला ग्रिड करने के बाद वो तो ईस्ट फेसिंग निकल गया. Is this part clear to everyone? How to check your house facing? Always stand inside your house, stand at the center, take your mobile phone or the compass, face towards the direction of the entrance. See, this is your main door. Take the compass and stand in this direction. Whatever degree it gives. Say, for example, it gives you 315 degree. That means your entry is northwest. If it is giving you 200 degrees, that means your entry is somewhere close to southwest. But what we often do, we often stand outside and we check the degrees. In that case, how much it comes? it comes 0 degree. And people say, oh, my house is north facing. No, this is incorrect. Done? So that's all for today's session. Since this is a
Ma'am, I have one
5-day
question.
course, so we'll again meet tomorrow at this timing and the same link. And yes, if you have any queries, you can either write it in the chat box or please do ask.
Ma'am, if suppose the plot is irregular, I mean the house construction is irregular, then how do I find the center of the house?
Roughly try to figure out. As of now, roughly try to figure out. Tomorrow when I teach you the house map, so maybe I'll take a couple of irregular cases to tell you. If it is a small protrusion somewhere, you can often, cut it off. You have to take where the maximum share is present. It's just like the center of gravity, where it is maximum.
Thank you.
Yes. People, did you actually understand something?
A lot.
Ma'am, how to find the door direction? Can you repeat again? You stand inside and
You stand at the center of your house, take the compass and face towards your door.
take the compass and face towards your door.
Whatever the degree comes, that is your home facing.
No, ma'am, I don't. I have a L-shape entry. L-shape entry, and then if I stand in the center, when you, it's like L-shape. When you open the door, I think it's west opening. But now after listening to you, I'm confused. How do I check?
As of now, you just do one thing. Whatever shape it is, forget it. You know roughly the center of your house, isn't it?
Yes.
Just stand there and take your compass and face towards the entry. Whatever degree it comes. Now you know the ranges of all degrees. If it is 45, it is northeast. It is 135, it's southeast, isn't it?
Okay, okay. I'll just check that and let you know tomorrow.
Yeah, sure, please. Fair, chale, if there are no other doubts then.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Okay. Sonu ma'am, Amravati ma'am, any queries? I think first class. No queries.
No, ma'am. Fine.
Okay. Savita ji, do you wish to ask something?
No, ma'am. Thank you. It's a nice session.
Okay. Chalo. See you tomorrow. And check out your degrees and come tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
At least check out what is there in your east, west, north, south. And check out your elements also. Do you have any cracks or not? Okay, then.
Ma'am, I have in my wall, cracks are there.
You need to repair them.
But it means it's newly renovated. Then also it came actually.
So your energies are disbalanced. That means you have some problem in the major corners or in the corners. Probably in the corners you have. That's why.
Ma'am, one small like query, like a thing, like we repaired as now, ma'am. What ma'am is saying, we repaired the crack. Is again it is coming. Crack again it is coming. Like when we keep tulsi plant is there, right? It will be taking the negative energy there from where the crack is there.
Should, but
negative energy is there only means crack will be coming.
Yes.
So if you keep the tulsi plant there, then the
energy
energy will...
you have to be careful that you're not putting the tulsi plant in the wrong direction.
No, just it was like a thought. I listened somewhere, so I was asking you.
No,
because when
not
we
in the wrong directions at least.
Because we keep tulsi plant, the negative energy will be going. So I got a doubt. So I was asking.
Salt mopping and take care of your southwest.
Again, southwest we have to take.
Always southwest. That's from where the problems come.
Yes, southwest. Okay, fine, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. It was a good session. We had a good time.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.